welcome to your daily dose international yachting, sailing, and boating news for Wednesday, May 25th. If you like what you see or hear, please do subscribe. If you have a story or a suggestion, please do feel free to reach out to us at info@yachtinginternationalradio.com. Now, for today's news. Port Vell is one of Europe's preeminent superyacht hubs. Located in the heart of Barcelona, One Ocean Port Vell is home to the MIBA Charter Show, the Superyacht Show, and Barcelona International Boat Show. And, as it turns out, another company that has been tied to Russian money, but the oligarchs involved were kept secret. A favorite for the likes of Roman Abramovich's yacht Eclipse and Alisher Usmanov's 156-meter superyacht Dilbar. The marina was first acquired in 2010 by a business called Salamanca Group. But although the company is based in London, it had financial ties with a secretive fund registered in the Cayman Islands called Hadar Funds. This fund was controlled by 3 oligarchs close to Russian President Putin. Sources with knowledge of the Port Vell deal said the Russian investors were present from the project's inception. But with their identities obscured, Salamanca Group served as a respectable front for the deal. Through numerous offshore companies and so-called sham directors, the true owners of Port Vell were hidden. In 2017, the marina's ownership switched hands to a Qatari investment bank and fund, whose investors include one of the original 3 Russians, Vagit Alekperov. Yes, the same Russian oligarch that owned Heeson Yachts up until this past week when the company was handed back to the Dutch. As interest grows in the media in regards to the superyacht industry and Russian influence, it is becoming rather interesting to see just how much of the superyacht market is actually Russian controlled. After launching the inaugural Steering the Course initiative in 2021, the Global Women's Sailing Festival returns again in 2022 with 2 sessions. Northern Hemisphere is happening now, May 20th through 29th, and Southern Hemisphere, September 30th through October 9th. Preparations are underway as 23 national sailing associations, member national authorities, yacht clubs, and sailing teams put the finishing touches for events designed to highlight the opportunities for women and girls in sailing and encourage pathways into coaching and race management. World Sailing CEO David Graham stated that World Sailing is firmly committed to creating opportunities for women and girls to get into sailing, increasing participation and showing the full range of possibilities within the sport. Whether as a hobby or as a pathway to elite level as a sailor or coach, Steering the Course has already shown that there is huge interest in the sport at every level. This year, we aim to build on an incredible debut in 2021 and encourage future generations of sailors and sailing enthusiasts to take to the water and see where the sport will take them. We have been following the story of a yacht that sank in Australia, whose millionaire owner was informed of the need to salvage the vessel. Well, yesterday, authorities began removing the 27-meter yacht that sank off the central Queensland coast almost 2 weeks ago. Last week, Maritime Safety Queensland gave the owner until the weekend to remove it. When they failed to, MSQ took legal possession of the vessel and started the removal process. The luxury vessel was damaged earlier this month in rough conditions and started taking on water before it became grounded. Local community members spent the following days picking up debris that had washed ashore from the multi-million-dollar yacht. MSQ took legal possession of the yacht last week and engaged salvors on Friday, May 20th. MSQ General Manager Kel Dillon said in a statement, "The risk of it remaining stuck on the beach for some time, breaking up and becoming an environmental issue led MSQ to act quickly in the community's best interests." MSQ has been working closely with Queensland Police Service and Livingstonshire Council to minimize pollution, clean up debris, and keep the public safe. The U.S. Coast Guard rescued 7 people and a dog from a boat that had caught fire on Saturday morning in the Gulf of Mexico near Gulfport. The Coast Guard Sector Mobile received a Mayday call at 9:26 a.m. of a 45-foot boat on fire. A Coast Guard aircrew arrived first and deployed a rescue life raft. Watchstanders then worked with the Coast Guard station Gulfport to send a 45-foot response boat that rescued the boaters and the dog. The prudent actions of those aboard the Hatteras, hailing Mayday to the Coast Guard and all personnel wearing life jackets, coupled with the quick actions of the aircrew deploying the life raft, ultimately allowed the Coast Guard to bring all 7 back to shore safely, said Sector Mobile Search and Rescue Mission Coordinator Lieutenant Commander Kathleen Sullivan. All 7 people are in stable condition. Saturday night, Kevin Olmsted was rescued by boat after 10 hours of treading water in the middle of the Mississippi Sound. Olmsted said it started after a morning of fishing. He was packing up to leave Dauphin Island's West End Saturday around 10 a.m. He decided to grab his life jacket because the water was getting choppy. Olmsted said he thought he put his boat in neutral, so he undid the kill switch and was turning around to reach for his life jacket when the rough water tipped him out of his boat. Before he knew it, the boat was out of his reach and still in drive. Olmsted was in the middle of the Mississippi Sound with no life jacket. He said he instantly went into survival mode, took off his shirt, tied up the sleeves to create some air bubbles for a tiny bit of buoyancy. Then he said he started treading water against the current for nearly 10 hours. His eyes were focused on a nearby pylon in the Intercoastal Waterway. He said once he made it there, hypothermia was setting in. His hands and legs were convulsing, but he was determined to hang on. Finally, after about 20 minutes of hanging on to the pylon, and just before the sun set, one of his fishing buddies, who had joined in with rescue crews, spotted him and brought him home. Olmsted was airlifted to the hospital for hypothermia, but is okay. He said he's so thankful for the rescue crews who found him and also wanted to remind all boaters to make sure the boat is in neutral before getting out of the driver's seat and always have a life jacket on or where you can easily grab it. And this is a bit of a personal note. As you can imagine, I am constantly searching out news stories for not only the Daily Dose news, but as well for YR's social media platforms. In the past few weeks, the news feed for boating is coming up with one accident after another. About 25% of them are involving a fatality, and most, if not all, have been preventable. I'm going to include a link here with some safe boating tips from the U.S. Coast Guard to ensure that you, your family, or your friends are able to enjoy a day out on the water, knowing that you have done everything possible to ensure that you come ashore with the same amount of healthy, happy people that you headed out with. This has been your daily dose of yachting, sailing, and boating news for Wednesday, May 25th. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you heard or saw, please do hit the subscribe button. And if you have any suggestions, questions, or news that you would like to share, please do send us an email at info@yachtinginternationalradio.com. My name is Ria. I have been your host, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning at 0600 CET, midnight EST. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday.